Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second watch along of the season. Fulham versus Liverpool on FTB Sports. Yes, we are back with another action-packed match, hopefully, today. Well, that's what we're all hoping for anyway. Just realised that my headset isn't plugged in. There we go. Sorted. So, as we saw yesterday, Arsenal getting off to a very, very good start this season with their 2-0 win over Palace yesterday. It's now up to Liverpool to reply. Against the new boys in the league, Fulham. Obviously, they've been up and down, haven't they, Fulham, over previous seasons. What I do have here is the starting lineup for each team. As you can see, they're scrolling across the bottom. But just to go through it with you. So Fulham's starting 11 today is Rodrak, Tete, Adebayoye. I can't pronounce that name, so I do apologise. I've probably butchered it. Ream, Robinson, Reed, Alves, Polinia, Reed, Piera, Kebano, and Mitrovic. Obviously, that's the new signing, Andreas Pereira, there for him. Liverpool's team looking to try and challenge for the league again this season. They've got, obviously, Becker in the net. Obviously, that's Alisson. Alexander-Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson, Henderson, Fabinho, Thiago, Salah, Firmino, and Luis Diaz. No Darwin Núñez there for Liverpool today. And obviously no Bert Leno in the starting lineup for Fulham either. Bert Leno is on the bench for Fulham. We've got Solomon, Leno, Duffy, Mbabu, Kearney, Carvalho, Francios, Harris, and Stansfield. They're your Fulham substitutes today. And the substitutes for Liverpool today are Gomez, Milner, Adrian, Elliott, Darwin Núñez, Carvalho, Van der Berg, Chambers. So they are the two teams today. If we have a look at some previous matches, obviously pre-season's just finished. That's why everyone's pumped up this weekend. It has finished, and now the league is here. The Premier League is back, and welcome back to Fulham to the Premier League, obviously. Fulham's last couple of games, these have all been in the Sky Bet Championship, and the Premier League is going to be a different animal. They lost 4-0 to Sheffield United away from home, beat Luton 7-0, lost to Forest 1-0, drew with Bournemouth 1-1, beat Preston 3-0, and lost to Derby 2-1. So 2 wins, 3 losses, and a draw in their last 5 games in the Championship last season. And they're coming against a team that's, they're a different animal in the Premier League. They are looking like they're going to be there up there with City, battling out with City this year again, by the looks of pre-season and the way they have been, especially last season as well. It's going to go down to the wire. Liverpool's last 5 games, they've lost against Strasbourg in a friendly. They beat Manchester City 3-1 in the FA Community Shield. So congratulations to Liverpool for winning the FA Community Shield. They lost 1-0 to Salzburg, beat RB Leipzig 5-0, beat Crystal Palace 2-0, and they got beat by Manchester United 4-0. But that is pre-season and last season. So it means nothing for this season at all. I have a little question for you here, guys. It's a little quiz question. I want to see if you get it, if you can get it. So the question is, it's a who am I? And it's, I began my career at Leeds Academy in 1996. I hold the record for the most England under-21 caps. The only major club honour I haven't won is the Europa League, but was a runner-up with Liverpool. Who am I? So if you know who that is, please do put your comments in the chat. We also, guys, so I'm just like trying to make sure I've got everything up there as well. We also have the fantasy league going off over on the sister channel, the Man United Agenda. If you want to get involved, there's over 100 people in this fantasy league. So if you want to get involved, there is your code to do so. It's 1CZLY1. That's 1CZLY1. And you will be playing for a trophy. Yes. Mr. B, one of the presenters on the Man United Agenda, has sourced a trophy. And it will be delivered to you if you win the league. Also, the other good thing, and I'm gonna miss out on this, is the presenter or panelist that finishes at the bottom of the table out of or with the least amount of points will be made to do a forfeit, and that will be chosen by you in the chat. Obviously, it has to be within legal boundaries, and obviously nothing that can harm oneself or anything like that. But yeah, the code there, if you want to get involved in that, is 1CZLY1. We've got the presenters out there talking. They're going through some Mitrovic stats. He's played 130 games in the Championship and 85 goals. 104 in the Premiership with only 24 goals. So he's struggling in the Premier League when he's been there. But I wonder what he's going to do today. This is the thing. Obviously, it's going to be a good day for Fulham. It's going to be a hard match for Fulham today. It's going to be a very hard match for Fulham today. Quite a lot of score predictions have been all over today. I've seen many, many ones. A lot of people going for a Liverpool win today. I mean, I think Liverpool will win myself as well. However, I want to see a really, really good performance from both teams. I'm a neutral in this game. I am a neutral in this game, so I'd love to see just a good game. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, scrolling across is your confirmed starting lineups. There, I'll just go through it again quickly for you. For Liverpool, you have Alisson, Alexander-Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago, Diaz, Salah, and Firmino. So Liverpool putting out a full-strength squad. Obviously, the lack of Darwin Núñez, who is dropped to the bench. And Fulham have got Rodak, Tete, Tosin, Ream, Robinson, Palhinha, Reed, Andreas, who is a new signing from Manchester United, Kebano, Mitrovic, and De Cordova Reed as well. No Bert Leno, their new signing. There's no Bert Leno, their new signing. He is on the bench today as well. I want to see your score predictions in the chat, guys. What's going to happen? What we're saying, is it going to be a nice easy breeze, or are we going to see something that not a lot of people are expecting, and Fulham going to manage to get anything from this game? This is going to be the thing. We don't know. We don't know. Again, for anybody that missed, we do have a little question here for you guys. If anybody missed it, so who am I? It's on topic, so it's either going to be a past or present player that's played for Fulham or Liverpool. So he began his career at Leeds Academy in 1996. He holds the record for the most England under-21 caps. He's won every major club honour, but the only one he hasn't won is the Europa League, and he was a runner-up. Who is that player? Obviously, look at the teams. There's a big hole, I think, that needs to be filled. Possibly will be filled. We don't know. But Sadio Mane, obviously, is no longer at Liverpool. How much is that going to affect everything? How much is that going to affect Liverpool's season? Who knows? Who knows? Let's get my drink ready. We will be live again later today as well, just to make you all aware, because we have Everton versus Chelsea later today as well. So we'll be back live for there. So if you're wanting to watch Everton versus Chelsea, if you want to come and join me with that, that would be fantastic as well. We'll be going live for that one. We've also got games coming on tomorrow. So we'll be live at 5 o'clock for the Everton-Chelsea game. And then tomorrow we have another 2 games for you wonderful people. We will be having Manchester United as they start their campaign tomorrow. So Manchester United versus Brighton will be live from 1:30, and then we'll be doing West Ham United versus Manchester City, the other team that looks like it's going to be the fight between, obviously, one team, Liverpool, playing today, Manchester City playing tomorrow. They are playing West Ham. We'll be live again for that game as well. So, as the table stands, obviously only one game has been played so far. Arsenal sit at the top of that table with their win yesterday, a 2-0 win yesterday, which was a great win. We will also be going through all the scores a little bit later on as well. In the next live show, we'll just give you all the confirmed scores as well in the Premier League. So we're about 15 minutes away from kickoff. 15 minutes away from kickoff. It's going to be an interesting game, I think. We'll just give you a little bit of transfer news as well of what's going off around the Premier League at the moment. Barcelona are closing in on Alonso deal. There's no update there. Cristiano Ronaldo, for all you Manchester United fans, has rejected Galatasaray because they're not in the Champions League. Sticking with Manchester United, Eric Ten Hag has added PSV's Cody Gakpo to the wanted list. Brentford look like they're going to be signing Mikel Darmstadt. He will be in England next week to undergo a medical for Brentford. So that could be a good signing for Brentford. Who in your teams should you get? You know, if you could buy somebody, who would you get? You know, where your team's lacking. Chelsea have submitted another proposal for Wesley Fofana. Excess of 70 million. Wow. Wow. $20 away from the Premier League. They're just talking at the minute. Going through all the games that are on today. $15 away, guys. And remember, we are doing the Fantasy League with the Man United agenda. So if that is something you want to get involved in, please do. It's on the Premier League website, and your code to join the league is 1CZLY1. That's 1CZLY1. There's been plenty of teams that have been looking good in pre-season. Everyone, I think, who's in this fantasy league here will be wanting Salah to have a great game today. I think that's what they're going to be wanting. Obviously, there's 5 sub rules. Looks like it's going to be good, as well as a game being played every 4 days. So this is going to help a lot. Trying to see the last time they played against each other. So this is the thing. Obviously, Liverpool last season were on for a quadruple. Obviously, they just fell short. Is it their chance this year? Could they do it this year? Could they do the quadruple this year, or is it because of the World Cup happening and everything? Is that going to be an issue? We've got some quite a lot of predictions of what this season's going to end like as well. There's been a lot of people obviously happy now that it's back. We're just waiting for the game to start now. Obviously, we've got 10 minutes. If anybody would like to be a part of this wonderful community we're building on FTB, then please do feel free to reach out. You can follow me on Twitter at FTB Colm, just like it says down there. Good afternoon, Matthew. How are you doing, mate? I hope all is good. But yeah, please do feel free to get in contact. You know, we're always looking to grow the community. I'm not bad, mate. I'm not bad. My throat's a little bit sore from doing all of the commentary yesterday, but we go again. We go again. So some little stats for you. Fulham are winless in their last 10 Premier League games. So they haven't won any of their last 10 Premier League games. That's a little bit concerning to Fulham. Liverpool are unbeaten in their last 19 Premier League games since December 2021. In the last Premier League season, 2020-2021, Fulham became the first side to fail to reach double figures for goals. Again, this is all things that hopefully Fulham have fixed for their return to the Premier League this season. Fulham boss Marco Silva, this is his first Premier League game in 976 days. A 5-2 defeat with Everton against Liverpool in December 2019. That was the last time he was there as well. Obviously, like I keep saying, welcome back to Fulham, back in the top flight. London's oldest professional team have managed to get back there after a dominating performance last season in the Championship. You know, a lot of goals were scored last season by Fulham in the Championship. But, like I said, this is going to be difficult. They're coming up. They've made some good signings, but they've still got a lot of Championship players in their team. Seven minutes away now from kickoff. That's what we are. 7 minutes away from kickoff. I'll read this out again just in case anybody's coming to the chat that's missed it. So who am I? Pardon me. So who am I? So this player, you need to guess the player. It's either going to be from Liverpool or Fulham, past or present player. I want to see if anybody can get it right. So he began his career at Leeds United Academy in 1996. He holds the record for the most England under-21 caps. He's won every major honour apart from the Europa League, but he was a runner-up in 2015, 2016. If you know who that is, guys, please put that in the chat. And we will see who the smart cookies are. There we go. We're just waiting for everything to start now. That is basically what we're doing. We're waiting for everything to start. Obviously, there's a lot of games on today. It's nearly a full fixture list. So I'll go through the fixtures that are being played today. So today, obviously, it kicks off Fulham versus Liverpool. Then we've got a bunch of 3 o'clock kickoffs. So we've got Bournemouth, Aston Villa. Leeds United will be starting their campaign against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Newcastle United are at home against newly promoted Nottingham Forest. Tottenham Hotspur will be playing Southampton at home. And we will be live for the last game of tonight. And that is Everton, who are at home to Chelsea, who seem to be having a bit of an issue at the moment in regards to players and whether or not that's going to affect the performances, I'm not sure. But we will give you a full up-to-date scores when we come back live for the Everton-Chelsea game. Obviously, we'll go through all the games and give you the scores so you don't miss them. Obviously, there's a lot of football being played today, with it being a Saturday and the season started once again. The atmosphere is amazing. The players are stood there waiting to come out. And here we go. The players are now coming out onto the pitch. Players are now on the pitch. I'll have to turn my volume up a little bit. No, I've turned it down. Music's playing. Looks like... Okay, I was going to say, it looks like the stands haven't been completely sold out, but they've just said that the top part of one of the stands is still being constructed. The bottom part is packed out, but the tier above it, that's still being worked on, so that's why it's empty, fair enough. Who's the referee today? So the referee is Andy Madley today. The assistants are Daniel Cook and Derek Eaton. Your VAR is Stuart Atwell, with Gary Beswick as his assistant. It's going to be interesting to see what Andreas Pereira does, because a lot of United fans, including myself, call him pre-season Pirlo. So let's see if he can actually do anything in the season. He's at Fulham. He's got a good chance. He's going to get lots of game time. So that's going to be an interesting one as well. And I think it's interesting that Firmino gets a nod above Darwin Núñez. After how much money they paid for Darwin Núñez. We're about a minute away. We're about a minute away from kickoff. Obviously, Liverpool in the Community Shield did really, really well. Looking on the ball. Looking like they're going to do what they can to win everything this season. But Fulham's issue this season, I think, is going to be goals. Is Mitrovic going to do what he needs to do? Is he going to be able to do what he needs to do? And bag at least... He needs at least 15 to 20 goals this season. Just waiting for the kickoff. Players take the knee. And we're off. Fulham's season in the Premier League begins against Liverpool. Probably one of the hardest challenges that they're going to face this season. Trying to get a feel for the game. Oh, pardon me. That monster's not doing right. Liverpool just playing it at the back at the minute. Spreading Fulham. Obviously, we're only a couple of seconds into the game. But here come Fulham. Is in the box, takes a shot. Mitrovic. And just wide of the Alisson's post. Alexander-Arnold lost possession there in just outside of the box. And Mitrovic runs onto the ball. Powers into the into Liverpool's box and kind of toe pokes it towards goal, but it goes just wide. I think Alisson had it covered, but they've had their the first shot in the Premier League this season for Fulham. Fulham all over Liverpool, closing down, being very physical with Liverpool. Robertson hoofs that ball up. And Fulham keeper collects it well. A little bit of slowing the game down there, Fulham. Hoofed up long. Ball managed to be kept in and he's kept it, Scabano. And it's out onto the right hand side. Fulham come again. Ooh. Offside though. Offside. That was a good little bit of a spell there by Fulham. Cabano out on the right hand side. Got the ball played to him. They've started off the better of the two. I'm not going to lie. He's whipped that ball in. Mitrovic that is there trying to get into the middle. Unfortunately, he couldn't get there in time. The ball goes past him. But even if he did get there, it would have been offside anyway, and it wouldn't have counted. So it's still 0-0, but Fulham giving Liverpool a bit of a game here. That ball played up. Salah tries to knock it down, but it's been dispossessed by Reed. And now he brings a ball forward again for Fulham. Ball played in, cleared out. Only as it's a foul. It didn't go out very far. It went out as far as Thiago Silva, and Mitrovic comes in and cleans him, I believe. Yep, Keditete, Mitrovic, one at either side, just took him out. Referee gives a free kick. Liverpool just keeping it around the back line at the minute. Fabinho flings it out wide to Diaz. It's played back. Ball over the top to Firmino, and Rodrak collects calmly. 5 minutes gone. Van Dijk headering away from Mitrovic, but here come Fulham again. Andres Pereira, and it's easily collected by Alisson. And now Liverpool look like they're coming on the break, but it's well defended again by Fulham. Really well done by Fulham. They're closing them down and getting stuck in. Not scared of the big boys, Liverpool. This is a ball through to Pereira, who tries to put it into the middle, and Matip has to knock it out of play for a Fulham corner. Fulham are really taking this game to Liverpool. I know it's only been 5 minutes, but it has been mainly Fulham on the attack and Liverpool having to defend. Just waiting for the ball to get played in. And it is. Big head. Joel Matip manages to clear it. Van Dijk manages to get it away a little bit more, but it's coming back towards. And Van Dijk manages to clean that up nicely. Just playing it around at the back of it. That's all they're doing, really, at the minute. But it's nearly cost them a couple of times now. This slow play, let's pass it around at the back approach. It has nearly cost Liverpool a couple of times. It's a lovely little ball by Thiago, who tries to find Salah, and it was nowhere near Salah. I mean, you could have got about 4 double-decker buses in between where that ball landed and where Salah was. It was nowhere near. So it's a Fulham goal kick. And it's gone. It went nearly all the way through. Oh, that's a brilliant ball. Fulham at the edge of the box. Reed tries to get it in. Matip is there to keep covered. Firmino sees the ball go out for a throw into Liverpool. Salah tries to take that ball down, but gets dispossessed. And it goes out for a throw-in, to Fulham. Henderson putting the ball out of play. See, I like how Fulham are playing this game so far. They're in the face of Liverpool, and I like that. Not giving Liverpool the time to get on the ball and settle. Oh, that's a lovely ball. Reed found the space, and it went straight into Alisson's hands. Big up, Solo. How are you doing, mate? I hope all is well. There, that was a lovely little pass. Reverse pass. He's onside as well. He comes into the box, and instead of cutting back to take a shot, he kind of hits it straight down, and Alisson's just there, and he just gobbles that up straight away. Nice clean hands, keeps the ball close. But it has been all Fulham so far. Liverpool keep putting themselves in a bit of trouble. They've done it again now. Liverpool have just lost the ball again, playing silly little passes. Tries to play the ball through. Van Dijk's there. He closes that door. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing Fulham get a win. It'd be nice. However, I wouldn't mind Salah scoring as well for personal fantasy league reasons. Fulham are on the attack again on the right-hand side. Ball played in. Van Dijk clears. Fulham are doing really well. They're keeping Liverpool at bay so well. Liverpool are struggling. He's your captain as well. He's not my captain. Unfortunately, he's not my captain. But by the looks of it, he might not even get a sniff in game at the minute. Fulham are doing really, really well. Mitrovic manages to keep that in. No, he doesn't. It's gone out for a Liverpool throw-in. It's been all Fulham. Fulham have been constant pressure on Liverpool, and Liverpool are struggling to deal with it. I mean, Liverpool's got more possession, but misplaced passes are going to cost them if they keep doing it. It's just waiting for the throw-in to be taken. It has. Fabinho kicks it out. But again, a Fulham player's there and he knocks it back out. Liverpool find it difficult to push up the field here. Salah has got no choice but to go backwards to Matip, who's giving it to Van Dijk. Gives it back to Matip. Back to Van Dijk. This is what I mean. There's no forward movement. Van Dijk hoofs it long. Looking for Diaz. Firmino loses it. Firmino lost the ball there. Trying to do a few little tricks. Fulham putting loads of pressure on and they get the ball back again. Fulham doing really well. And the ball goes back to the keeper who hoofs it up. Van Dijk's there to clear it up, make sure it goes no further. Van Dijk again on Mitrovic. And then another header. And now Fulham on the attack. Mitrovic, lovely ball to Pereira. What can Pereira do here? He's on the left-hand side, looking for options. He hasn't got many. Some lovely little bit of football there by Fulham. A lovely little bit of football there by Fulham. And it's played back for a clearance, and Alisson kicks it straight up and out of play. Fulham looking very sharp. Very sharp. Van Dijk throws it out to Matip. Alexander-Arnold plays it all the way back to Alisson. This is a recurring theme. We can see. Liverpool gets so far up and they've got no options from the halfway line, so they have to play it backwards. Robertson has just done the same, and now it's gone back again. And there's a big long ball up there to Alexander-Arnold, and it's out of play for a Liverpool throw-in. This is the only thing that they can do, Liverpool, at the minute, because of how well Fulham are closing them down. Fulham putting loads and loads of pressure on, and it's given Liverpool no options, so they keep passing it back to Matip and Van Dijk. And he has no option but to play it long and try and pick out Salah or Diaz on the other side, and it's been fine. Fulham haven't had any issues with dealing with those at the minute. Because they're inviting Liverpool to do it. Very compact in the centre, Fulham. Oh, that's a lovely bit of play. Now it's Robertson. And now Firmino. Robertson, good save. And then Luis Diaz. Oh, it's offside. It's offside. Robertson takes a shot. It's a great save by Rodak, in all fairness. It pops back out. Fulham don't quite clear the lines. And then, yeah, it's on Robertson. He's offside, Robertson. Fulham don't manage to clear the lines. Diaz picks up the ball, manages to shift his body weight, gets a half an inch of space, and kills it into the left-hand corner. But the referee, the linesman had already said it's offside. Pardon me, I need to stop drinking that. On Robinson. So we remain 0-0. crack in the armour maybe there. And here come Liverpool again. Firmino to Salah. Salah tries to play it in the middle. And it's cleared out for... No, it's managed to be kept in. It's gone all the way back, though, to Van Dijk. Interesting. This is interesting by Fulham. Like I said, Fulham have been really, really good, but that slight little chink there, it was so easy how Liverpool just opened that lock and just broke through, and they nearly did it again. And that's literally 2 attempts in the space of a minute. Liverpool have nearly managed to get through. And here come Liverpool again. Reed manages to stop it, and then Robertson boots it forward. Mitrovic chasing that down. Van Dijk, too good for him there, and just plays it back to Alisson. Interesting. This is, a bit of a hefty tackle there on Diaz. A very heavy tackle. Referees saying, play on, you've got the ball, but it's a very heavy tackle. That's what you see in lower leagues, and I think somebody's going to get booked here. Is he going to get booked? Yep, he's been booked. Tete has been booked. Robertson plays that ball into Diaz. Oof. Ouch. He went flying. Robertson played the ball to Diaz. Tete's come charging from behind and went straight through the back of him. Didn't even touch the ball. Went straight through the back, and he's been booked. Obviously, a lot of fans and some other players on the pitch was not happy about that tackle. It's definitely a tackle you get away with in the Championship. Maybe not in the Premier League. I mean, it showed it again. It is a very hard tackle. But Liverpool with Diaz now on the left-hand side, and it's gone out for a Liverpool throw-in. Liverpool get a foothold now in this game. A very, very good foothold in this game. Robertson, no option, so it's had to go back again. Salah's found some space. And it's Trent Alexander whips it in. And it's been knocked clear for a throw-in to Liverpool. Like I said, Liverpool really picking up the pace now. It's a wonderful ball in, but cleared by Adebayo for Fulham. And Liverpool have had to go back again to Van Dijk. Robertson now looking, no option forward. So it's gone all the way back to the goalkeeper. Alisson wasn't ready for it. He had to charge across pretty quickly to pick that ball down out of air from the pass back from Thiago. And Liverpool looking to build up again. That could have been a bit of a disaster for Liverpool there. If anybody's got Thiago in their fantasy teams, he's having a bit of a nightmare at the minute. Not a lot's happening in the game so far. Couple of chances, half chances. The ball played up to Henderson, and it's gone out for a goal kick to Fulham. So, like I've been saying earlier, I'm just going to quickly do it now whilst we're waiting for the action to resume. A little who am I? Let's see if you guys can know. If you guys know who it is. He began his career at Leeds Academy in 1996. He holds the record for the most England under-21 caps. The only major honour he hasn't won is the Europa League, but he has been a runner-up in the 2015-2016 season. It's all for fun. You win nothing, but you'll be known as a trivia genius on the FTB channel. If you know who it is, make sure you put it in the chat. Fulham have managed to get a throw-in up in Liverpool's half. And it comes to nothing. Liverpool not hoofing it out, deciding to play the way out. There's two players. It's interesting to see. Two Fulham players going down to close down one. Pereira trying to side of his foot curl it to Mitrovic, but Alisson comes out and claims it very, very well. And Fulham are defending well. They're keeping Salah quiet at the minute. Like I say, if they are getting into the game, that's a wonderful ball. Firmino. Robertson. Ball in. Oh, Salah. Salah were at the back post. You could see what he was thinking. The ball was coming in. It was a brilliant little pass into the box at the back post. Salah's there. You can see that he's eyeing it up, ready to smash it. And he manages, one of Fulham players manages to get his head there and just knock it away from Salah. And now Henderson, Fabinho, out wide to Alexander-Arnold. And Salah's header goes over the bar. Henderson is not happy. He's not happy. He's not a happy bunny. Robinson. Very nice. So the ball got played in, and Salah was there, literally just watching it. His foot in position, ready to volley it. And Robertson gets there and just manages to get his head there and flick it away from Salah. Fulham look like they've got a free kick. Virgil van Dijk there. Yep, a little elbow to back by the looks of it, and Fulham have got a free kick. It's quite a distance away. Looks like it's going to be Andreas Pereira trying to whip this ball in for Fulham into the box. Yeah, it is, and he whips it into the box. Back post. Tim Reed couldn't direct it, and it's in the middle, and it's shot. Oh. Paulinho hits Matip with his shot, and it goes out for a Fulham corner. Brilliant. Reed gets ahead of the ball. Pereira whips that ball in perfectly. Reed is a little bit too quick for it. It ends up being behind him. He tries to head it, and it doesn't work, but Andreas Pereira whipping that ball in. Corner. And then it's been cleared very well. It's been cleared very well by Liverpool. Still 0-0. Oh, that's a wonderful ball. He's offside. Mitrovic is offside. That were a good little ball. Liverpool caught a bit flat-footed there, but he went a little bit too early. Oh, not much in that. He's come back from the offside position, tried to curve his run. Didn't quite curve it enough to get back onside to come as the ball was played. Van Dijk. Fabinho gets tugged by Pereira, and the referee gives a free kick. Very soft. There's hardly anything in that. Fulham continuing to try and shut every single door they possibly can. Robertson. Fulham regain the ball. A foul. No. Referee says no. Firmino plays a very sloppy ball towards Diaz, and Fulham easily clear that up. No issues there for Fulham. 25 minutes gone and we're still 0-0. Fulham putting up a very good display. Oh, lovely tackle. And he's been brought down. Referee says no. Continue playing. I thought that were a foul. But no, it's switched over to Robertson from Alexander-Arnold, who plays it in. Loose ball. And that's a foul. Referee Firmino tries to get that ball. He's not strong enough. So he decides to hook the arms of the other player by the looks of it. Yeah, Mitrovic. Mitrovic is back there defending. Let's have a look at this one again. Yep, that's a foul as well. Matip lost the ball just before that attack. Matip lost the ball to Polinia. Polinia goes to break away from Matip. He's obviously got the pace on Matip. And Matip just steps across and manages to get him down. The referee said, no, that's not a foul. Continue play. I think it was a foul. Definitely looking back at the replay as well. Robertson to Diaz. Has to play it back. And Luis Diaz gets fouled by Cabana. A heavy one, shoulder to shoulder. Referee's giving him a talking to by the looks of it. Referee's telling him, listen, stop being so physical. That's what this is. Free kick. Going to be taken by Robertson, I think. Yep, Robertson whips that ball in. Cleared only to edge of box. And Liverpool managed to get a corner. Fabinho tried to whip the ball back in, but it only got as far as Robertson, who knocks it out for a Liverpool corner. And I believe it's Trent Alexander-Arnold that's going to take this corner. About to take this corner. Nearly half an hour gone. It's still 0-0. Joe Matip. Mitrovic manages to clear it, and a quick counter-attack from the goalkeeper. He's booted it all the way upfield for Andreas Pereira, who's got Robertson with him. It beats him, manages to get there, whips the ball in to Cordova Reid, and it's managed to get put out of play by Liverpool. A very quick counter-attack there. He got put out of play by Liverpool, and now it's a Fulham corner from defence to attack in less than literally 30 seconds. Andreas Pereira puts the ball in. Whipped in towards Mitrovic, but it hit the side netting. Yeah, it was always going out. But in the replay, it was already on its way out before Mitrovic even touched the ball with his head. Ball being played back. Fulham get the ball back. It's very in the middle. But here we go. Fulham. Mitrovic tries to play that ball. He's managed to keep it in. Robertson. It's on the edge of the box. Shoots. Oh, what a block. Robertson with a very important block. But here come Fulham again. Fulham into the box. Oh, Mitrovic was in the centre. It was number 7 for Fulham. Cabano picks up the ball, charges, literally full pelt charges into the box. Okay. Into the box after Reed's first shot. So the ball's played in. Mitrovic slips. It goes out to the edge of the box. Reed smashes it. First time volley. Robertson manages to get there. I think Alisson might have got there if it had got through. But then Cabano manages to retrieve the ball after the block, charges back in, and smashes it across the face of the goal. Mitrovic couldn't quite get there, and he went out for a Liverpool throw-in. And now it's back with Fulham's keeper. Ball upfield. Andreas Pereira. Lovely by Andreas Pereira. Somebody's gone down. I didn't know who it is. But here we go. Cabana. Ball played into the box. It's a goal! 1-0 Fulham. Mitrovic has scored. 1-0 Fulham. Fulham shocking. They do deserve this. 100% deserve it. Fulham 1, Liverpool 0. Mitrovic in the 32nd minute of the game. Definitely deserve it, Fulham. They've been the better of the two teams. They have been the better of the two teams. Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. So Cabano and Tete combined on the right-hand side. And Tete whips that ball in. Trent Alexander-Arnold's marking Mitrovic, but Mitrovic is too powerful. Gets there, gets a cross over the top of Alexander-Arnold, heads the ball at near post, and Alisson doesn't have enough to stop the header from Mitrovic. So it's Fulham 1, Liverpool 0. Liverpool bench are complaining, apparently. That was a wonderful play and a good goal. Yeah, Cabano's on side as well. They're checking everything here. Liverpool are complaining. Oh, that's brilliant. Trent got caught waiting. Instead of throwing his body in there, he was caught waiting for the ball. Tete, if you've got Tete in your fantasy league, then you've got an assist. If you've got Mitrovic on your bench, you've got a goal for your fantasy league. You're right, Sola. That's all they ever do is moan. It was because as they were waiting for the ball, one of the Fulham players, one of the Liverpool players went down injured. It wasn't intentional. Nothing was intentional. It wasn't a foul. All it was is he was looking at the ball, where the ball was, and he's accidentally stood on somebody's foot that was behind him, walking behind him. So he had no idea he was there. But Liverpool are coming now. Liverpool seem to stepping up the game now. Salah have got Firmino. Back to Salah. Alexander-Arnold whips the ball up. Tete clears it. And then, they were looking for an offside, but it wasn't. It wasn't offside. It was perfectly onside. Robertson. This could be an upset. Is this going to be the first upset? Out on the wing. Trent whips that ball in. Is found. Diaz. Oh! Ball was whipped from Alexander-Arnold out to the other side, onto the left-hand side, to Robertson, who whips that ball in. Diaz proper whips that ball in. Unfortunately, Diaz can't get there, and it goes just past him and then sails out for a goal kick. Oh, I think too much power from Robertson there as he whipped that ball in. But Liverpool look like they're going to be stepping up a gear. I've got Liverpool players warming up already. James Milner and Darwin Núñez deciding to walk up. But here comes Liverpool. Thiago tries a little step over. And Fulham close that door. Palhinha like, no, not a chance. Foot straight in. Dispossesses the ball. We can see Darwin Núñez is warming up now. Are they going to be deciding to bring on Darwin Núñez soon? Van Dijk. Alisson clears that ball out. All the players, all the Fulham players must be in absolute dreamland at the minute. But Fulham deserve it. Fulham have been the better team. They really have been the better team. But here come Liverpool. Oh, it's wonderfully tackled again by Fulham. The ball played up. Matip had two players. Palhinha is playing really well. But here come Liverpool. Salah on the edge of the box. He's got nobody with him, though. Here we go. They're arriving. Thiago. Diaz shoots. Oh, inside of the bar. Play back in. Diaz has got it again. Thiago chips it in. And Rodak picks it up nice and easy. Yeah, Palhinha is playing really well. It's very man marking. It's very man marking. He's closing the door on a lot of players. Thiago a minute ago tried to do the little step overs. Palhinha was like, not a chance. Took the ball straight off of him. But just then, Diaz had that ball on the right-hand side. He cut inside, hit it. It curled. The goalkeeper was beat. He couldn't get anywhere near it. It hits the post, bounces out. Salah managed to pick the ball up and whip it back in. It goes back to Diaz. Diaz doesn't have another chance. Plays it back to Thiago. Thiago tries to flick the ball through the middle. He tries to put the ball through the middle to find an on-runner. No Liverpool player was running, so the goalkeeper easily comes and gets it. Andres Pereira's down off the pitch. Matip. Pereira's gone up to try and head the ball. Matip There's not a lot in that. It just kind of goes into the back. Solo, leave my team alone. You're right, Matthew. Is very. Yep, I'm loving the score too. I am loving the score too. This is a good score. Like I said, Fulham deserve it. They really do so far. Fulham deserve it. But here come Liverpool again. Diaz. João Paulinho shuts the door on Diaz this time. And then Diaz drops to the floor after receiving another tackle from Mitrovic. It is this time. Drops to the floor. It's just a coming together. That's all it is. It's coming together. But the referee says, no, that's a free kick. Liverpool, come on, take your free kick. Fulham have been the better team. Obviously, honestly, Liverpool's chances have been very limited. Liverpool are starting to get into the game a lot more now. It's took them 40 minutes to do so, but Liverpool are starting to get there now. But Fulham are closing the door on every single attack Liverpool have had so far. But ball's been played in. Virgil van Dijk, it's been cleared. Liverpool still on the attack though. Ball played in again by Arnold. Tete clearing it. Robertson. Firmino. And it's cleared again. This is what I mean. Henderson drives it towards Robertson. Firmino picks the ball up. But there's two players there watching him, not letting him get anything away. So he's had to play it backwards, and then the ball's been switched over. And it's a handball. Handball. His ball got switched over to Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he tries to take it nice and steady at first touch. It bounces off his foot, hits his hand. No, there is no Núñez so far. He has been warming up though. I don't think we're going to see him until second half. But this is a cracking game for Fulham. The first game back in the Premier League. This is an amazing game for Fulham. 1-0. It's going to be a lot of coupon busters if it finishes this way. Andreas Pereira jumping up there with... I'm trying to see who that is. I can't see who it is. No, it's Thiago. Ball played upfield by Liverpool. But Fulham are there again. Adebayo. And João Paulinho manages to get the ball clear. Back into Liverpool's half. Andreas Pereira chasing. Andreas Pereira's chasing everything. He really is. Van Dijk whips that ball up top, but it's knocked out of play again by Fulham for a Liverpool throw-in. Honestly, Firmino, he's had little spells, Firmino, but the majority of the game he's been a ghost. He has been a ghost. It's been Diaz and Robertson. Again, Liverpool keep playing this ball. Liverpool keep playing this long whip ball across the field from Van Dijk to try and pick out Salah or Diaz, and it's not working. It's not working. Look, the right backs for Fulham and the left back for Fulham just are picking it up. They tried again there, and Fulham clear it again. And the ball's Mitrovic tries to play a ball through to Pereira, and it would have got through. It would have got through, but Matip was there to stop that ball. And I think that might have been 2-0 for Pereira, pre-season Pirlo, who's having a very good game for Fulham. But here come Liverpool out on the left-hand side with Diaz. But there's two players there pushing him back. Ball whipped over. It's a bit behind Trent Alexander-Arnold. There's 2 minutes of added time. Welcome, JMS. Yes, it is. Oh, it is a fantastic start by Fulham. It really is a fantastic start by Fulham. Diaz, ball gets played in. I think Diaz is trying to flick it back into the middle. Completely gets everything wrong. It hits the top of his head and bounces. It goes towards goal, and the keeper just comes out and collects it. You know, it was like that was like a training session for him, really. But we've got about a minute left until half time, and it is a fantastic start by Fulham. A really good 45 minutes. How are they going to be able to keep this up in the second half? Because I imagine Jurgen Klopp's going to come out and tell Liverpool to, well, they've got to do better than what they have done, really. That's a run, nice ball, but Salah's getting out-muscled. But they're still on the attack. Trent Alexander-Arnold to Fabinho. Having to go back again, Liverpool, all the way back to the Van Dijk. And the ball played forward by Matip that goes out for a goal kick. So I think that'll be the last bit of action. I agree, GMS. It will be very, very interesting to see if they can keep up with this intensity. They're just showing the Mitrovic goal again. Yeah, it's a number 9 goal. You know, it's your classic number 9 goal. Your big, powerful striker. Attach yourself to one of the fullbacks and overpower him. You know, Trent Alexander-Arnold's there trying to get there and clear the ball, but Mitrovic far too powerful. Just gets above him and manages to head the ball in. And that is half time. It remains Liverpool 0, Fulham 1 at half time. Mitrovic scoring in the 32nd minute of the game. Fulham have been absolutely amazing that first half. They really have. Been really good that first half. So I just want to say hello to quite a few people. Obviously, Matthew Bassett, hello. Solo. Artie Lee, hello. How are you doing? Hope everything is good. GMS, hello. As well. Great stream. It's going to be really interesting to see if Fulham can keep doing what they're doing. But for anybody that doesn't know, the Man United Agenda, the sister channel to this show, is running a fantasy league. Here is your code. Let me just get rid of that halftime there. There we go. Here is your code to join it. The Man United Agenda Fantasy League. So if you do want to join, if that is your thing, you've got time to join. Obviously, you're not going to get any points from games that have currently been played. But your code is to join is 1CZLY1. That's 1CZLY1. You could get a trophy if you finish top of the league. I've not seen the trophy, but I assure it's very, very nice. It's a very, very nice trophy. We'll see. And you can get your name put on that and it can get sent out to you. And not only that, you will also get to choose which one of the hosts, well, not which one of the hosts, but the host that finishes on the least amount of points at the end of the season will be doing a forfeit. And that is chosen by you guys, the viewers. So if it could be me, it could be Solo, Monday, it could be any one of the people, you know, and we'll do a forfeit for finishing bottom. However, it does have to be within a certain boundaries. It has to be within legal, and obviously nothing that can harm oneself or anybody else as well. But yeah, I'll be finishing in half. Well, I'll tell you what, Solo. My team isn't looking very good at the moment. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I'm just gonna run through some halftime stats for you, and then I've got a little question for you guys. Let's see if you guys know what the answer is. So, possession-wise, halftime, Fulham have only got 28.4% possession. Liverpool have got 71.6%. But that is very misleading. That stat is very misleading. You have 3 Liverpool players in. I've got 2. I think I've got 2. But yeah, the possession stat is very misleading. Fulham have been so good off the ball. Like, they've been closing people down so quickly. You know, they've been shutting doors. As soon as there's a gap and Liverpool try and take it, there's 2 Fulham players right there. Liverpool have been playing it a lot around the back in the first half. They had to. They've got so far up the pitch, and then the doors have been shut. Fulham have been there in 2s and 3s. I saw one time they had the back 4 and then the 4 midfielders, and then Mitrovic dropped in to that midfield as well to stop Liverpool managing to get through and just letting Liverpool spray it out to the sides because they're dealing with it very, very well. And they close the doors, and then Liverpool have to come back and play the ball back to Van Dijk and Matip and try and restart. And then they just ping it to the corners, like I've been saying in the first half. However, Fulham are dealing with it very, very well. It doesn't seem to be affecting them. Fulham have had 5 shots in the first half, 5 shots on 5 shots in total, compared to Liverpool's 3. Obviously, they've had 1 on target. They've got 1 goal. There's none on target for Liverpool whatsoever. Passing, 62%. 62% for Fulham. 82% in the first half for Liverpool as well. 1 yellow card. Fouls committed. Fulham have 5 fouls committed. Liverpool got 4. It's a very feisty game. It's a very, very feisty game. But what would that do for the table? What would that do for the table so far? Fulham obviously would be second in the Premier League. I know it's the first game of the season and there's a lot more games being played, but Fulham would be second in the Premier League. Nobody would expect to see that. Obviously, Liverpool would be down towards the bottom in the relegation zone until the rest of the games have kicked off. Just read through a couple of these comments. I agree. Fulham are a well-oiled machine today. This is what I love about the opening weekend. Everybody plays their heart out. 100% agree. I really do agree. Fulham have been so good this week, this first half. So good. Like I said, they're working as a team, which is great to see. Obviously, Fulham are going to have to do this. Fulham are going to have to play their heart out every single game because the step up from Championship to Premiership is a big one, especially when you come against the big boys such as Liverpool, Man City, Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal. All these Manchester United. These teams, they're going to have to play their hearts out. Is it an advantage that they're at home? Okay, we're going to say yes. It's a great advantage that they're at home for the first game back in the Premier League. The crowd is behind them. But every single player for Fulham is putting in 110%. 110%. And you can see that. Matthew Bassett, opening day upset. It looks that way. It does look that way. It does look that way at the minute. But then again, things can change so quickly in football. We all know this. Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp might make 2-3 changes at half-time to Liverpool's squad, and it turned the game around completely. The second half, the question is going to be, can Fulham keep up this pressure, this constant pressure that they are putting on Liverpool? The consistency levels have to be the same all 90 minutes. Can they do that? Have they got the energy? Matthew also saying Fulham have a better midfield than Man United do currently. Honestly, Man United have struggled against this Fulham team. The midfield is well organised. It is really organised. There's not a lot of room to work with. The players, the the players are getting in position at the right times. They're playing where they need to be playing. Fulham are actually a very good, well-oiled machine right now. But again, we're going to have to see whether they can keep it up. Stamina is going to be the issue. They're all playing at 100%. And let's see if they've got the batteries to keep that up. So the question I do have for you guys, and please, if you know the answer, do put it in the chat. This is the first time I've done this on this channel, so you will become the first people. Polina better than McTominay. He is a lot better than McTominay. Polina is keeping quite a lot of players quiet. He's been keeping Thiago quite quiet today. Henderson's not really had a sniff. Diaz, when Diaz comes from that wing and tries to cut inside, Polinia's in his face pretty much straight away, tackling and trying to get that ball back. He's a really, really good player for Fulham. A really good player. But the question I want to ask you guys is this. Is who am I? So this player began his career at Leeds Academy in 1996. He holds the record for the most England under-21 caps. The only major club honour he hasn't won is the Europa League, but he was a runner-up in 2015, 2016. Who is that player? And he'll either be a past or present player for one of the two teams that are playing in this watch-along. If you do know. Fred tops any midfielder in the league. You've been talking to people, haven't you, GMS? That's what that is. I don't mind Fred. He's not the best player, but there's definitely improvements. There's definitely improvements out there. Polinia would be one of them, judging by his performance so far in this first half. But, I mean, Liverpool need to do something. Liverpool need to do something. Because have Liverpool peaked? Is this the start of Liverpool's downward spiral? It's probably not now. But like I said, Fulham have been all over Liverpool. Liverpool started getting into the game again in the second, towards the end of the first half. However, Fulham deserve the 1-0 at half time. Put Polinia next to Fred and he improves. Fred's biggest issue is McTominay. I think Fred's biggest issue is he didn't know where his passport was, to be honest with you. He seems to have found it a little bit now. It'll be interesting to see how he plays tomorrow. Pre-season, everything's all good. It's when the season starts. That's when it all matters. That's when it all matters. In my eyes, anyway. It's all good and well, playing really well in pre-season friendlies. But it means nothing at the end of the day. It's just warm-up matches. That's what they are. GMS putting in his answer. All will be revealed. All will be revealed. I'm just looking to see if there's been any updates on any transfer deals whilst we've been live. It doesn't look like it, to be honest with you. Something's come out here. Barcelona midfielder Frankie de Jong remains Man United's #1 target, and Erik ten Hag is prepared to play the waiting game. I think that's an old story, because I've heard rumours that he is not willing to go to Manchester United anymore. Gakpo, it's going to cost United 40 million. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know anything about that player. I'd have to look up some stuff. Full agreement on personal terms with Udogie. Tottenham, are offering him a 5-year contract. So this is going to be another player that's coming in. Obviously, things are going to change all season. there's going to be a lot of rotation this season. So I think squad's going to be up and down anyway, which brings me in again to this wonderful thing here, this fantasy football league that we are doing with the Man United agenda. So if you are a fantasy football fanatic or manager or a newbie or however you want to describe yourself with fantasy football, please do come and join the United Agenda Fantasy Football League over on the Premier League. So there's your code. You can see it right there. It's 1CZLY1. You will get a trophy if you finish top of the league. However, there is over 100 people. I think there's over 110 people now. I'll have to check the actual numbers of how many people are in the league, but there's a lot of people in the league, so there's going to be a lot of competition. It's going to be more competitive than anything we're going to see this season, I think. So yeah, please do join. Get your teams in there registered as well. So, and you'll also get to choose a forfeit for the panelist that finishes with the least amount of points this season. At the end of the season, they will be doing a forfeit. So please do get involved. And obviously, if you're new to the channel, this channel, please do like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot and it will help the channel grow so much. If you're interested in coming on the show or anything, please do follow me over on FTB Colm on Twitter and drop me a message. I'll try and get back to you as quickly as I can, and we'll see what we can do from there as well. But also, guys, if you are into football, even if you're not a Manchester United fan, but you want to keep up with all things Manchester United, please do go check out the Man United agenda as well. A great bunch of guys over on there who really know the football stuff. So please do go check them out as well. So we've got Matthew Bassett here saying Gakpo is a right-footed left-sided player. We have enough players in that position. He scored 20 plus goals last season in the Eredivisie. So he's another Eredivisie player. Okay, I see. He could play through the middle as well. Right, okay. So we're just Man United are just continuing to raid Eredivisie then, yeah? That's what this is. I don't understand. I really don't. At all. And the players are coming out again for the second half. Fulham definitely deserve what they have so far. So Fulham are going to get us underway in this second half now. Eric wants to bring the Eredivisie with him. By the looks of it, yeah. Okay, we're off for the second half now. And Fulham are underway, getting the ball into Liverpool's faces very, very quickly. I mean, I don't think there's been any substitutions. I can't see any. Firmino had a very, very, very poor half, the first half. And here come Fulham. But it's dispossessed by Van Dijk. And Fulham get a free kick as well. That man that everyone's raving up, Polinia, manages to get the ball in between Thiago and Henderson. Henderson sticks the foot out. Thiago he goes over. Polinia goes over Henderson. Nunes is warming up as well. He's wearing number 27. And the free kick must have been taken whilst we weren't looking at the game. Whilst we were looking at Darwin Nunes. Of course, Liverpool got a goal kick. Ball into the middle, back to Thiago. I had to lose the ball to Fulham again, just before the halfway line. But Fulham Mitrovic is getting marked by two people now. Van Dijk and Thiago both closing down on Mitrovic and putting a lot of pressure on him. Ball in the midfield. Oh, it's a wonderful ball by Fulham out to the wide. And Andreas Pereira plays a nice little through ball, but it's cleaned up well. Andreas Pereira picks up the ball again. Dummies one way, sends Henderson one way, and goes the other. And ball played into the box. Van Dijk clears it. Yeah, Pereira does. Shimmies one way. Henderson goes to go that way and just skirts off the other way and leaves Henderson just there with his Zimmer frame compared to Pereira. Pereira having a very, very good game. But I think the man of the match so far for me is Fulham's centre back, Robinson at the minute. But here come Fulham. Slipped. Fulham on the right hand side. Ball was played out beautifully to Cabano. It looks like he's going to whip this ball in. As he goes to whip the ball in, his standing foot goes and slides from underneath him, and he slips, and the ball goes out for a goal kick. But the ball's just been played back to Fulham, and it's just gone out for a throw-in. Referee having a word with Thiago. No, it looks like Thiago's coming off. Anybody that's got Thiago in your fantasy league, this could be a bit of an issue. He's limping, holding his hamstring. Yeah, he's gonna be took off. Jurgen Klopp shouting at somebody. Harvey Elliott looks like he's going to be coming on to replace. And Darwin Núñez is coming on as well. So there's going to be two. Harvey Elliott's coming on for Thiago. And Darwin Núñez is probably going to be coming on for Firmino. So a loss of a big player in Thiago, but they're bringing on two good players to try and change this game in Liverpool's favour. How many injuries has Thiago had? You know, it seems like he's had a lot of injuries. He's done all pre-season perfectly fine. First game of the season. It's a very, very physical game, this one. But he's done. He's on his way off. Doesn't look too happy about it. Yep. Bobby Firmino's coming off as well. So Darwin Núñez is on and Harvey Elliott comes on. Let's have a look at this. This is Darwin Núñez in the Premier League. Let's have a look if he's worth anything or whether Liverpool have wasted the money. Harvey Elliott's first touch is giving it back to a Fulham player. Oh, that's a wonderful ball if he can get hold of it. And he does. Oh, it's gone up. Offside. Cabano. I thought Cabano were onside. The referee, linesman, left the flag down. Looking back at it, he's miles offside. But he left it down. He ran extra 20 yards, and then as soon as he touched the ball, the linesman was like, no, offside. Fair enough. Liverpool won 5 games when conceding first out of the last 12. Oh, that was last season. They've only lost 2 whilst conceding first. It's a good start. It's a good start for Liverpool. They've conceded first, but Ooh, I don't know whether they're going to be able to do it. Fulham is still staying really strong. However, some pressure on Reed here by Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's managed to get a corner for Liverpool. He's managed to get himself a corner. Obviously, they've got that big boy now, Nunes. They've got Darwin Nunes there. Whips that ball in. A little bit of bouncing everywhere. It's offside. I couldn't quite see what happened because there was so many players there. So Trent whips the ball in. Yeah, he whips the ball in. I think it was Van Dijk jumped for the ball, kind of hits him in the chest, bounces towards Nunes, who is in an offside position. Nunes doesn't even realise the ball's there. It kind of hits him and bounces away as he turns to take a swing. But nothing comes from it. It's offside. But here come Fulham. It's well defended by Matip. And it's another Fulham throw-in. Salah drops to the ground. He's up, he's fine. Nothing has been easy at all for Liverpool today. Trent picks up the ball, but they're putting themselves into. Liverpool are doing this to themselves. Honestly, Liverpool are doing this to themselves. They're playing stupid little passes. Liverpool are playing really stupid little passes and putting themselves into problems. Really putting themselves in issues because Fulham are just closing them down. These stupid little passes, Fulham are there. There's two, like I said, there's two players there straight away, and it's causing problems for Liverpool. This is not like the same Liverpool side that we've seen before last season. Liverpool look like they're struggling to put a couple of decent passes together. Whether that's amazing tactical genius by Fulham and the players understanding what's being asked of them, or whether it's because Liverpool are just struggling, I don't know. But it's it's a very organised structure. It's about the structure. It's about the players and the structure. But no, Fulham have got a really good structure. The ball's being played out wide. Ball in by Andy Robertson. Darwin Nunes kind of like watched it sail past him, I think. I'm not sure he even attempted to try and get it. And then he's Harvey Elliott slips, and here comes Fulham. Fulham 2-on-2. They've got Andreas Pereira with him. Andreas Pereira in the box, tries to knock it back, and it comes off Matip's foot and to the goalkeeper. Andreas Pereira just needed to slip the ball across to Madison Reed. Doesn't quite manage to get it. Like I said, it hits the defender and bounces. Trent Alexander-Arnold whips that ball in. It's quick. The pace is quickened. Harvey Elliott. Fabinho loses the ball. And here comes Mitrovic. All on his own. He's on his own. Up against Van Dijk. Some support. He's turned Van Dijk. Here we go. Oh, it's out to Andreas Pereira. Here come Fulham at the edge of the box now. Fulham. Andreas Pereira tries to whip it from the edge of the box into the top corner, but it's easily blocked. But Fulham have regained possession. Is there again. Here we go. Oh no, it's wonderfully intercepted again by Fulham. The defence just steps up. He just stepped up and intercepted that ball, and he's played a beautiful ball out to Reed on the left-hand side, who's at the edge of the box. He's got Pereira with him. He's looking for that whipped ball. He's found that whipped ball. Van Dijk manages to get there and knock it out, but is there again. Fulham's there again, and they've picked up the ball again into the box. Shoots. Cabana. Oh, he's at the inside of the post. Fulham nearly 2-0 up. My days. The ball Liverpool just aren't clearing their lines properly at all. The ball gets played out to the right-hand side to Cabano. He takes one touch to set himself. The ball's rolling into the box, smashes it straight across Alisson, and it hits the opposite post. Alisson's at full stretch. He was getting nowhere near it, and it's been put out for a corner as well. And here we go. Here's the corner for Fulham. Andreas Pereira taking the corner. He plays it short. Harrison Reed back to Pereira. Pereira to Cabana. Still there. Still in the box. Puts the ball in. Matip clears. And they lose the ball again. Pereira manages to get that ball. Turns. Passes it back into the box. Reed, first time, hits it. But Alisson, it's straight at Alisson. He collects it nice and calmly. Again, Liverpool were just on the attack then. They've tried to play it from one side to the other. That's a bit of an off-ball incident. That could be a bit of an issue there. But yeah, so Salah's on the right-hand side. If they play the ball across to the other side, where Tete is, and Tete just takes the ball away from the Liverpool player at ease. But something happened off the ball. I'm not quite sure what happened. It looked a bit naughty. Cabano, James Milner's coming on for Liverpool now. So it was something to do with Luis Diaz and Cabano. Fabinho has come off, and Milner's coming on for Fabinho. I'm hoping I get to see what happened again. It looks like it might have been just a bit of coming together for Liverpool. I don't know when it's going to show it again, but it seems something off the ball. It was an off the ball incident anyway. Yeah, I don't think he's going to show it again, but Liverpool play it back to the Fulham goalkeeper. The way Liverpool have played today is like a completely different team to the one that came up against City. Mo Salah, Darwin Núñez, and what is Darwin Núñez doing? Darwin Salah manages to intercept the ball. He passes the ball to Núñez. Núñez is in the box. He's in the box. He has a clear shot on target. Instead of taking a shot, he decides to pass it across to to Diaz. He tries to pass it across to Diaz for him to shoot instead. I'm seeing the replay again here. So Adebayo tries to clear it. He doesn't. Salah passes it out to Núñez. Honestly, I don't know. Núñez could have had that shot. It probably would have been 1-1, but instead he tries to play it across the box, and Fulham managed to get it clear. I don't know why he didn't shoot. I don't know why Núñez didn't shoot. If you're a big money move striker, then surely you should be shooting. When you're in a position like that, I would have given arm and a leg to be in that position where Núñez was there, because I would have took the shot. I think any other striker would have took that shot. We've seen players take shots at the angles before, but Núñez tries to slip it across the box, and it completely messes up, and Fulham managed to get it out. Henderson out to Salah. Salah on the right hand side. He's had a very, very, very quiet day, but here he comes in the box. Darwin Núñez. Salah flicks that ball in wonderfully, might I add. Hold on, we're on the counter attack here, Fulham. Harrison Reed. He plays it to Pereira. Pereira tries to flick it, but it's stops Harvey Elliott. Darwin Núñez, and no, it's cleaned up by the goalkeeper. So Salah's on this right-hand side, whips the ball in. I'm going to see the replay here now. So Mo Salah plays a little 1-2 with Trent. It's wonderful. And he plays that ball across right in front of the keeper. And Darwin Núñez is trying to flick it. He steps over and tries to flick it with his right foot over the goalkeeper. I don't understand what's going on with Darwin Núñez. Obviously, everybody were raving about him, weren't they? I mean, all Liverpool fans were raving about him as well. What is he actually doing? What is Darwin Núñez doing? He's had 2 opportunities. Instead of trying to pass one of them and do a nice little flick, back heel flick for the second one. If I were a Liverpool fan, I'd be annoyed. I really would. But Pereira, no, he's been dispossessed by Van Dijk. And here comes Liverpool with Henderson. Chips that ball up to Milner, but it's too far for him. João Polinia. Andres Pereira. That's a bad ball. It's a bad ball by Pereira. I could see what he was trying to do, but he didn't connect it properly. Here come Liverpool with Mo Salah. Mo Salah in the middle. And it's in. It's a goal. It's Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez scores. It's only taking 3 attempts, but he scored. So it's 1-1. He's done it again. He's done that little flick that he messed up the first time. I don't know why he keeps trying to do little flicks, but it's a nice goal. It is a nice goal. I think he's checking for offside. Mo Salah made that goal there. He's got the assist. So it's 1-1, 64 minutes, a bit harsh. It's a little bit harsh, I think, on Fulham. They don't deserve that, I don't think, but it's what happens. It's what happens, isn't it, in the world of football. So Cabano has come off. Solomon has come on for Fulham. It's 1-1. Let's see if they've got the concentration now to do this. Here we go. Here we go. Salah trying to get the best side of Robinson, but couldn't do it. And it's got out for a Fulham throw. Liverpool are starting to get into this game now. Liverpool are getting into this game now. Liverpool, like they're going to run away with this if to get a foothold. Fulham trying. It's through again. Oh, it's cleared off the line. Darwin Núñez were through again. He was there again. The ball played up. The ball played up wasn't defended very well at all. It's just kind of headed up in the air, and Darwin Núñez has kind of just left his man, but the ball's fallen to him. He tries to poke it forward, but here comes Liverpool again. Yeah, it's cleaned up by the Rodak there. But yeah, he tries to poke it forward. Tries to poke it forward towards goal. The Darwin Núñez goal was a bit of a fortunate one, in all fairness. The defender kind of gets his toe on it, and he bounces it up to Darwin Núñez's foot, which then makes it go in. But Liverpool are on the attack again now. Love a little bit of play. Liverpool are now spreading it very, very well. Liverpool seem to have woken up now. Salah plays that ball to Milner. Milner chips it in. Núñez. Oh. Núñez, the ball played in, whipped in by Milner. Núñez is at the back post, heads it back towards Diaz. To Diaz. Diaz tries to poke it, but Reed. Yep. Alisson Reed manages to get in front of the shot and deflect it out wide, and it's got out for a corner for Liverpool. Ball played in. Mitrovic clears it out, and Liverpool still have possession. Ball whipped in by Arnold. Robertson. Milner whips that ball in to the back post. Salah, good save. But he was offside anyway. Salah was offside. It was a good ball, good save as well. I think it was going over. I don't think it was going over. I think it was going in. So it needed to be saved. And it was a good save. So the free kick's been taken for the offside, and it's gone straight out of play. Matip pulling it up. But he's lost that ball with a bad pass. And here we go. Mitrovic all on his own up front. He ain't got any things. He tries to do one. And it's a penalty. It's a penalty for Fulham. A penalty for Fulham. Mitrovic does a little... I can't remember the move. A flip-flap. I'm going to call it a flip-flap. I think that's the one. VAR is here, so the referee is pointing for a penalty, but it might get overturned. I don't know. The VAR is here, but Mitrovic takes that ball down, runs towards the box, does a little flip-flap, and Van Dijk sticks his foot out because he's been sent the wrong way. Just sticks his foot out. And Van Dijk gives away a penalty. It has to be a penalty. It has to be a penalty. We're just waiting on the decision from VAR, but I think it is a penalty. Yeah, it's definitely a penalty. Definitely a penalty. And it has been confirmed. Mitrovic stepping up. Mitrovic versus Alisson. Mitrovic steps up. And it's a goal. Fulham 2-1. Fulham restore their lead. It's 2-1. Virgil van Dijk getting caught out there. Van Dijk. Van Dijk getting caught out by Mitrovic there. Good little bit of play. Mitrovic, like I said, he picked up the ball and just powered forward. He goes one way with the ball, comes back, sees Van Dijk. Last minute takes the ball away from Van Dijk. It's a clash of knees. That's what it is. That's why the penalty has been given. It's a clash of knees. Mitrovic has gone down, so obviously he's got back up and he's decided to take the penalty himself and he smashes it in. No saving it whatsoever. It's Fulham 2, Liverpool 1. Brilliant performance. I mean, Van Dijk, Van Dijk is so assured in defence. And Mitrovic just sold him. But he's got 2 goals in the Premier League, Mitrovic this season so far. And here to come again. It's Andreas Pereira. Ball gets put in. And it's gone up. The flag's gone up. Yeah, he was offside. But Liverpool now need to find... They've got 15 minutes left. Liverpool got 15 minutes plus added time to get something from this game. There was not expecting to be getting beat at this point in the game, I think. Here comes Liverpool with James Milner. Robertson to Henderson to Matip. Liverpool pushing players forward here. They're going to get caught out again now. I could possibly get caught out again. Darwin Núñez battling for it up there. Salah's been quiet all game. Honestly, he's got the assist, but Salah's not been in the game. He really hasn't. Fulham have got the shape back. Wonderful by Mitrovic. Looking at the penalty again. Yeah, sticks it bottom right-hand corner. Bottom right-hand corner. Keeper's nightmare. Liverpool have got a throw-in. Ball's played through by Henderson. Núñez. And that's gone out for a goal kick. Núñez hits it first time on the volley as he's running. But it's more... It looks like it's more of a cross than a shot. It's gone that far wide. And then now Liverpool are going to be making a substitution. It's not quite coming on yet, but... Bit of head tennis. Ball's in the air quite a lot. Mitrovic is chasing down this ball, but it looks like it's probably going to go out. Van Dijk going shoulder to shoulder with Mitrovic. just to make sure the ball goes out of play for Liverpool throwing. I think it's going to be Fabio Carvalho coming on for Liverpool for Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz off, Fabio Carvalho on, making his Premier League debut. There's not a lot happening at the minute, but the ball's just been whipped up to the other end and out for a goal kick for Liverpool. A bit too much on that forward pass. Not a lot happening. The game seemed to have slowed down a little bit. Obviously, Fulham players are going to be absolutely shattered. They've put the heart and everything into this game so far. Ball played in towards Milner, but it's well cleared and out for a Liverpool throw-in. Tete playing really well. Alexander-Arnold coming to take this throw-in. He has done. Ball whipped in. And Fulham have the ball. Can they bring it out? Oh, lovely. Lovely by Solomon. Ah, unlucky. Solomon had two players around him, but he managed. He does this nice little pirouette and managed to get away from both of them. Passes the ball back, but unfortunately, it just goes over the line. But here is Milner for Liverpool, and it's gone out for a Liverpool corner. Reed doing what he can do there as well in defence, obviously trying to keep this 2-1 lead for Fulham. But Liverpool have got a corner. They've got a bit of threat, haven't they, now? Got some big, tall, strong players on there. Corner played in. Out to the box. Oh! Carvalho. Ball got whipped in. It got headed out to the edge of the box. Carvalho was stood at the edge of the box. He comes running in. Hits it first time. I think he's definitely trying to guide it. Hits it with instep to try and get it over and back in. And it just goes over the bar. But a good effort from Carvalho. Goal kick's just been taken. Referee was looking at something, but no. Ball played in. Darwin Núñez. Salah, 2-2. Liverpool 2, Fulham 2. Mohamed Salah. What a game for a neutral. It's a very scrappy goal. Trent Alexander-Arnold plays the ball in. Darwin Núñez is there. I'm trying to see who it comes off of. Adra comes off Adra. No, it falls to Núñez's feet. It's Núñez who should be scoring it, really. But it just bounces. It comes off and Salah's there. Salah's there first and pops it away. So it's 2-2. It's going to be an interesting last couple of minutes. Fulham have a throw-in. Fulham on the edge of the box, whips that ball in, looking for Mitrovic. Can't get there. Alexander-Arnold knocks it out of play for another Fulham throw-in. Fulham can hold their heads up high, 100%. They've kept themselves in the game. They've been in the lead twice. Oh, Robinson intercepts that ball. That's great. Too much on it. Over the top of everybody. It goes over the top of everybody. But here comes Liverpool with Salah. Reed comes across and knocks it out a play for a Liverpool throw-in. Liverpool look like they're going to come again for the winner. Salah gets past one. It's still that Milner to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Whips the ball in. Gone to the edge of the box, cleared by Fulham. Oh, a couple of tackles in there. And it's a free kick to Fulham. A couple of heavy tackles in there then. Fulham taking the time here. Ball played up towards Liverpool's box, but it's cleared by Van Dijk. Harvey Elliott trying to do a little pirouette spin. And he gets a free kick. He gets brought down, so he gets a free kick. It's Trent. Up to Harvey Elliott again. Salah. Tries to find Nunez. Ball intercepted. Salah gets it back. Tries to find Nunez again. Ball is intercepted again. Polinia finds Anthony Robertson. His ball goes forward. Trent Alexander-Arnold plays it back to Alisson. It's getting a bit lively again now for the last 6 minutes of the game. Trent Alexander whips that ball over, but it's not direct enough. Van Dijk. Harvey Elliott. Salah. Oh, nice little flick back to Elliott. He's still got Salah with him for support. João Paulinho closes that door. It goes out for a throw into Liverpool. Mitrovic steps in and gets himself a free kick for a little push in the back. Liverpool definitely being the better team now. It's literally Fulham hanging in there now. I think that's Fulham's target now, is to hang in there and watch the time tick down. Just frustrate Liverpool a bit. It's a good ball. Mitrovic gets up there first and flicks it on nicely. Now it's Andreas Pereira who tries to play the ball across, but it's well cut out. And Milner plays a brilliant ball up towards Nunez, who's on his own, but he gets dispossessed. But it's not cleared properly. Robertson tries to find Nunez. Nunez loses the ball again. And Carvalho gives away a free kick to Fulham. 3 minutes plus added time left to go. It's Fulham 2, Liverpool 2. Big boot up the other end of the field, getting the ball away. Van Dijk clears it. And here come Liverpool again. Oh, Robertson marking Núñez out of the game. That phase of attack there. Mitrovic. Salah. Offside. Salah's offside. Fulham bringing on a sub. Tom Kearney. Tom Kearney's coming on for Fulham. Fulham goalkeeper ready to just boot this up to the other end of the pitch again. And he does. That's a lovely little turn by Mitrovic. And ball gets put out of play for a Fulham throw-in. And this is where Fulham met their subs. Andreas Pereira being taken off. He's had a decent game, Pereira. He did have a decent game, Pereira. It'll be interesting to see if he can continue. And Tom Kearney comes on for Andreas Pereira. To the throw-in. A little bit of pressure. Nothing major happening. The game seems to be lulling a little bit right now. Fulham may be playing for a point. Liverpool trying the best to get the ball back. Bit of head tennis. Oh, handbags at dawn between Robertson and Reed. We're into extra time now. It's going to be 5 minutes. 5 more minutes of extra time. 5 minutes. I think that's 5 minutes too much, but 5 minutes. Matip playing it to Van Dijk. Van Dijk pings it up. Long ball up top. Trying to find Salah. Can't get there. Anthony Robinson. Here we go. Oh, it's brilliant tackle by Matip. Brilliant tackle by Matip. Otherwise, Mitrovic would have been through again. Robertson played it out to Matip. Van Dijk. Big long ball out wide looking for Salah. Robertson gets in the way of Salah. Milner. Salah. Quick throw in taken. Salah's trying to get there. Can't get there. Oh, lovely. Mitrovic takes out 2 people with his hold-up play. That was lovely. BT Sport giving Alexander Mitrovic man of the match. I think he's one of the two that deserve it. I think he definitely does deserve a good shout of man of the match. Fulham keeping Liverpool in their own half at the minute, right outside their own box. We've played 3 of the 5. But here come Liverpool on the attack. Darwin Núñez to Salah. Salah manages to get away, but it's well wonderful. A bit of another handbags here. Robertson came across and just managed to knock the ball out of play with a nice, good slide. So Reed is off. Shane Duffy is coming on for the last minute or so. Decordova, Reed off, Duffy on. Solidifying the defence a little bit, I think, here. Fulham looking for that point. It'd be a good point as well this season for him. Alexander-Arnold takes a throw in. Harvey Elliott. It's it. Oh! Jordan Henderson from outside the edge of the box hits it, and it hits the crossbar. A Captain Fantastic, that would have been. That would have been a Captain Fantastic special. Matip, everybody from Liverpool's team is in Fulham's half. Everybody for Fulham is in the defence. Here we go. Mitrovic manages to do enough. The ball by Harvey Elliott was perfect. He rolled it into the middle of the pitch. Oh, yeah, he rolled it into the middle of the pitch from the right-hand side. Henderson's running onto it. Open body. Side foots it. Keeper does really well. Keeper gets a touch and tips it onto the bar. Darwin Núñez. No. Rodak manages to clean up. He's taking his time. The 5 minutes of a lot of time are up. 20 seconds over. He boots it. Upfield. It's in Liverpool's half. Bit of head tennis. Mitrovic. Here come Liverpool on the counter-attack. And that's the full-time whistle. The full-time whistle. Fulham 2, Liverpool 2 at full-time. Fantastic game. It was a great game for a neutral to watch like myself. Fulham can hold their heads up high. I think Fulham probably should have got a little bit more out of this game. They were so good throughout the whole 90 minutes. It took a bit of time for Liverpool to get into the game. But when they did, obviously, they've got 2 goals. Salah scoring, as well as the new signing, Núñez, for Liverpool as well. So before I go and have a little bit of a break before the next live stream, because we will be back later on today to watch the second game today. Because we will be watching another one today. Which is... Oh, sorry. So, make sure you come back here tonight. and join me on watching Everton play Chelsea in their first game of the season. That's Everton versus Chelsea. We will be live from 5 p.m. Make sure you come by and watch. And I just want to give a big shout out to GMS. GMS, you were correct. It was James Milner. So thank you guys so much. I will see you all hopefully at 5 o'clock, ready for Everton versus Chelsea. Hopefully it's going to be another great game to watch, just like the one that we've just watched here, where Fulham have managed to get a point, or should I actually say,